I have been using Cursor IDE for last 6 months now for all of my projects. I switched from Visual Studio. I've been using Visual Studio for last 10 years, but after I switched to Cursor IDE, my life as a software developer changed completely. This is going to be an absolutely beginner step-by-step tutorial for anyone who is either looking to switch to Cursor or anyone who is not a programmer or a software developer but still looking for an AI code editor to develop softwares using AI without writing even a single line of code. So I'll walk you through step by step in this video about how you can download and install Cursor and start using it straight away, and also what are the best practices to set up your Cursor project, and what are the best practices and how you can actually get maximum out of this Cursor IDE. If you haven't subscribed this YouTube channel, please do, because it takes a lot of time and efforts to record this kind of videos. Alright, so here we are on cursor.com. You can simply go to Google and look for cursor.com and you can just find it here. So here we are. So right here, if you just see, like, this is their simple basic website where they are explaining their features, but because we are actually going to deep dive into this tool itself, so you won't have to do that. All you have to do is just click on download for free. So once you click on download for free, either if you are on Mac or you are on a window, you can download on a window, you can download .exe file, and on Mac you can download a Mac file, and by simply double clicking on that you can just install it with simple next process. I have already installed Cursor, so I don't need to do that. Before we jump into Cursor and open Cursor and start with how you can set up a project inside Cursor, I just want to tell you something, which is pricing. So you can, of course, you can use Cursor absolutely for free, but there is a fee. So I mean, the free trial won't last much longer. You'll ultimately need this pro thing. So I am using Pro, and this is just amazing, and I mean it's totally worth it if you are a software developer, or if you regularly use Cursor to develop softwares, and if you if you want to use it for all of your projects, that I recommend you using for all of your projects, and you'll be convinced after this video that you should use this for all of your projects. So I highly recommend you buying their subscription. All right, so you can go through features, but I think rather than boring you here, let's just straight jump into Cursor. So you can simply search here, look for Cursor, and it will just open like that. So once you are here, and this is what you will see. It will actually ask you for login. You can simply log in. You can create an account on Cursor, sign in, and you can simply sign in with Google. And once you sign in, and it will just take you to the Cursor dashboard. Okay, so once you're signed in and your Cursor is installed, simply what you have to do is go to here on your search and simply look for Cursor and just click on like that. So this is what you'll see, and simply click on open folder. Once you have to do what you have to do, you can just simply create an open folder, just open the folder that you created on your desktop, or just create a new directory, and simply just go there. Just click on select folder, and right here what you'll have to do is, all right, once you're signed in and everything is good to go, what you have to do is simply just come here in search and just look for Cursor. So simply just click on that, click on open folder. Once you click on open folder, just go to your folder directory where you created your folder. Let's just create a new folder. Let's just call it Cursor new. This is called Cursor new. All right, click on that, click on select folder, and that's it. This is what you'll see whenever you create a new fresh project in Cursor. So you see here, this looks very similar to Visual Studio. I don't know if you have used Visual Studio or not, but if you have already used Visual Studio, so let me just tell you that Cursor is basically a fork of Visual Studio. So basically the base code is similar, is the same from Visual Studio. So what you have to do is, one more thing. Whenever there is a new update on Cursor, you can simply just get that option here. You can just simply click on update, and it will start updating your project, updating the Cursor IDE. So you can get always a latest version. So okay, just focus on here. On top right, there is setting option. Then there is these three options here. What you have to do is just click on this one. Let's suppose this first one. So as soon as you click on that, so you can see that this project directory hides. But once you click on that, you'll see there is your terminal and there is your problems tab. So this is that we'll be using most of the times to run any sort of commands. And once you click on that, this will actually open a chat for you. So this chat is actually, you can interact with cursor based on your code base. So you can ask cursor to like change your code, add new functionality, or I mean, we'll do all of that in this tutorial, so don't worry about that. But yeah, this is the chat. So basically you are going to chat with your code base using cursor and ask cursor to do some changings and modifications. So what you have to do, I'm considering that you know nothing about programming, and I'm considering that you're an absolutely beginner and you never like developed an Next.js project. So what you have to do is help me to create a Next.js project in latest. Let's imagine that I don't know what's the latest version. It's 15 by the way, but I don't know, let's suppose. So in latest Next.js version. So let's just click on that, and now cursor will, just like ChatGPT, cursor will actually like help us setting up this project. But cursor actually like goes further, and it actually gives us all of the commands and everything to run right inside our directory. As soon as we ask it to create an Next.js project, it will actually come up with these this like guideline, just like ChatGPT, but it will suggest us further like details. So let's just go through this command. Let's just click on run. So let's just click on run button on here, or you can simply just copy this from here and paste it here in your terminal. But let's just click on run. As soon as you click on run, it will actually run this command right in your terminal. And cursor has actually suggested what you have to do. You have to click on yes, yes, yes on all of these steps. So I'll just click on yes, 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 and yes, and yes, and no. All right. So now what it will do, you can see here on this left side, cursor will actually start creating all of these files and install all of these dependencies, and it will do all of that by itself. And I'll just have to like wait now until it sets up everything for me. All right, so apparently cursor has installed everything and all of the dependencies are installed, and cursor has now suggested that on step 2 project structure, we can see project structure is something like this: my Next.js app, and then there is node modules, source app. This is the main project directory, source app, and then inside app there will be layout.tsx, and then global.css and page.tsx. So then the third step is let's enhance the base setup with some recommended configuration and packages, install additional recommended dependencies. So now cursor is actually asking us to install this. So let's just click on that. I think it's just going in further details. Let's not go in further details. Let's just test so far the things that cursor has installed, the basic project. Let's just try to test. I want to test this project. Please help me to test it. What we have to do, first of all, so far, right now we are in this directory, cursor new, and in this is the directory, but our project root directory is my Next.js app. All right, so whenever we'll try to run our project, what we'll have to do, we'll have to like move to our new directory. So what we can do, we can just go to cd and then go my dash Next.js dash app, simply click on that. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll actually now close this project once and then open it again and open this directly, this directory, because the problem is there is something that is called cursor composer, and cursor composer, if I have opened this project like this, cursor composer will consider this as my root directory, not this folder. So what I'll do, I'll just close cursor and open it again. Go to open folder, go to desktop, go to cursor new, go to cursor my next app. All right, and simply click on that. So now this is going to be our root directory. Cursor composer will consider this as our root directory. Let's bring our terminal back. Let's bring our chat back. All right, what we can do, we can simply just run a command that you might know. It's called npm run def. We can simply run this command, and now cursor will actually run this project that it has just created locally. So it will run this project locally, and let's just wait for it to execute. All right, as soon as it has executed everything, what you can do, you can simply just open this link. Simply you can just click on that, or just like copy it. So just click on that, open it, and you'll see that cursor has, yeah, this is our default project. This is our default Next.js, basic Next.js page that cursor has created. That page is inside source directory, which this is what it is, page.tsx. So cursor has actually created this default page for us, which is this. All right, so before we now start like jump into creating something, some code, and start modifying this code, and start modifying this home page and everything, let me just introduce to you something which is called cursor directory. So cursor directory is something that has, if you just go to Google, look for cursor directory, just go to this website, cursor.directory, open it. What cursor directory is, this is actually directory of like rules that we tell cursor about what it has to do. So this is just like published by people. So if you see like this, let's suppose first one, you are an expert in type, you're an expert in TypeScript, React Native, Expo, and mobile UI development. So basically we are telling cursor what cursor, well, I mean, we are just telling this AI as a prompt, as a command, that okay, you are doing this, is, and you have skills in this, and this. Let's just go to next.js, and let's just find this first one. So you are a senior front-end developer and an expert in React JS, Next.js, JavaScript, TypeScript, HTML, CSS, and modern UI UX frameworks, for example, Tailwind CSS, Chatcn, Redux, and all of that stuff. And then now we're actually guiding it that follow the user's requirements carefully to the letter, and then fully implement all requested functionalities. All of these guidelines we are giving to cursor, and what kind of code it should write, all of that we are actually giving to cursor. What you have to do, simply copy that and create a new file here inside your root directory, name it cursor rules, rules dot md. As soon as you click on that, just copy what you pasted, and this is your cursor rules now. So cursor will actually write your code and help you develop your project based on these rules that you have added here inside your cursor rules file. Next thing, what you have to do, you can actually add documentation. Let's suppose you going to use certain kind of APIs or certain kind of like frameworks, but cursor of course knows about that, but you have to give it those documentation. Let's suppose if there is a new framework that recently released, and you want to make sure that you want to train cursor on that documentation and give it the all of that sample code and everything. So let's suppose if you just go to Next.js, because we are using Next.js, so Next.js documentation, just go to that, open this page, Next.js doc. So this is the Next.js documentation. It has provided different how you can actually use Next.js, and all of these details documentation. So as a developer, you have to like go through documentation to implement certain type of features, and you can like there'll be some code samples. So what you have to do, simply just copy from here and go to this settings page. So simply click on the setting button on top right, click on that, and then just go to, okay, I think we can simply go to the, let's just add it from here. If you just go to your chat, click on add normal add on your keyboard, and just go to docs. Simply just click on docs, and I have already added these documentation here in my thing, and just click on add new documentation, copy your link here, click on enter, and it will scrape all of the documentation from cursor documentation website, from this URL. Sorry, click on docs, add new here, access docs, and simply click on confirm. So it has now created, like it has fetched all of the documentation from cursor, so sorry, from Next.js website. So now you can actually ask it to do further steps. Before we move from here, what you can do is actually go to cursor composer. Let's just assume that we are going to make some changes on our front page. So I'll ask it to do like make some changes. So here comes the cursor composer. You can ask it directly in chat as well, but in chat you will still have to like implement all of the changes by yourself, and cursor will actually suggest you to create some files and all of that. But the magic option is cursor composer. Let's just first of all, let's just ask in chat, and then we'll go to cursor composer later. In chat, if you ask, please change the style of the main page and make it something interesting and add some styling. What next we can do, now you can just click on add and mention code base. As soon as you mention code base, what it will do, it will actually go through the existing code base, and then based on that it will suggest you to write some certain code to like change some things in your code base. So simply click on enter, and it will do now search all of these files. It will search, and now it will start. I'll create a more interesting and stylized main page for your Next.js application. Let's create a modern gradient and all of that. So it is now going to create, and you can see it has now created this file. So what we'll do, we'll just go through this one by one, and you can see that still it is not creating anything on right here. We'll have to make all of these changes ourselves. Well, how we can do that? Simply just click on apply. If you just click on apply, so this change is actually going to be on page.tsx. Hold on just a second. So this change is actually going to be on page.tsx. All you have to do is click on apply. As soon as you click on apply, so you see this red area that it has created. That means it has removed this section from here, and it has now created a new green section here. All of the red is the code that it has removed. All of the green is the code that it has created. So you can just see throughout the entire page it has created that. So all you have to do is simply click on accept. If you want to review the code, sure. If you understand Next.js code, sure, perfect. Otherwise, you can simply just close your eyes and click on apply and next. All right, let's update the Tailwind config to support our new styles. So this is the tailwind.config.tss. So this is the file tailwind.config.ts. Click on that and just simply click on apply. And as you can see, it has now created a new section there, new code there. Simply click on accept, and that's it. And I think now what we can do is simply save, Command S, and our project is compiled already. So what we can do is we can go here. Hold on. I'll just close that, Control C, and run that project npm run dev. Run that again, and starting ready and okay, fine. Oh, we didn't make any changes. Okay, so this new design includes a subtle dot pattern background with floating gradient orbs. Okay, so we see that we have implemented these changes, but we cannot see these changes yet on our front end. So page.tsx is there, but still I can't see any significant changes in there. All right, so what we have to do without wasting any time, what you can do, Command Shift and I, just click on that, and right here. Okay, so as soon as you open Cursor Composer, this is where the exciting part starts. What you have to do, you can now ask it to make certain changes in the code, because we cannot see it on our landing page. I know what's the problem right here, but I want Cursor Composer to fix that problem. All right, so okay, so this is very interesting right now. In Notepad, what you can do, you can actually create a new notepad. You can name it this is inside Cursor Composer. You can name it our requirements, or simply just name it requirements. All right, simply click on that, and right here you can write requirements about your project. So what requirements, what you want to develop? A simple to-do list app. That's a requirement. All right, user should be able to create their to-do list. That's it. Or you can just use ChatGPT and add very detailed requirements here. All of your software requirements document, you can simply copy paste here and it will follow those requirements step by step. If you have any further, like any certain things to add, you can just add that. It will help you with that. Okay, right here, what I'll do, I updated the main page .tsx code to change its design, but when I run the project, and open my URL on localhost, let's give it a URL. It doesn't show my changes. Please make the page color blue maybe, and add some content on it. So right now what you have to do is just click on here and then click on code base, and simply just click on enter. As soon as you click on enter, what it will do, it will actually go through each and every file it will go through, and then it will create new code, and I can actually minimize that later on. So it will actually it will create all of this code. It will implement all of this code automatically. Right now it's applying page.tsx, global.css it is applying every single thing here, and yeah, we didn't actually do that in global.css. So right now it's applying, and just click on, as soon as it's done, it will do its work automatically. It will, if it has to create any new file, it will create a new file. It has to like change anything, it will change anything, and then all you have to do is simply click on accept all, and that's it. And next what you can do is actually, so I think it has pre-compiled again, so here it is. So Cursor Composer has just created this basic design for us, and just changed some colors and just a basic design. Right now, let's just ask it something more complicated. Let's just ask Cursor Composer, nice, please now create a simple to-do list interface on our main page. Users should be able to write their to-do list items there. All right, so you can just simply tell that, and then what next is, okay, by the way, there are 3 problems here. All right, if you just go to the problems tab, there are 3 errors in global.css. We'll come to that later. Right now the code is compiled, so we'll come to that later. So as soon as you do that, what you can do is actually mention your code base and next.js. Where is next.js? Next.js documentation. You can mention that documentation that we added, and then we can even add cursor rules if you want. You don't need to, but you can add that as well, cursor rules file as well. So all of that is added. Simply click on that, and it will create that to-do list application as you mentioned, and it will update now. Right now it's updating page.tsx, and it will just to make all of these changings. All right, I mean, you'll see like right now it has now 3 problems, 3 errors in the code. So what it will do, I'll actually, right after this creates these changings, I will do actually ask it to fix these problems. So it will then fix these errors. I have been from that era when we used to like spend weeks after weeks to fix minor errors, literally minor errors. So I was not a very good programmer, but yeah, I have been from that era. So Cursor does all of that for us, like fix all of those errors for us within like seconds right now. So it has done all of that, and let's just click on accept all. We don't need to see the changes. Let's just click on accept all. So let's, as soon as we click on accept all, so here it is. It has kept these 4 items here and created a to-do list, and you can simply click on that, add. That's it. We have created a new to-do list tab. And then you can simply click on that and click on remove that, add and remove anything that you want to add. All right, cool. So yeah, this was Cursor, and I think okay, let's just look for ask you to fix these errors. I think then we can just end this video from here. So simply copy this error from here. Whenever you have any error on your problems tab, just copy it here from here and ask it, please fix these errors. Just ask it, and that's it. Just mention your code base and it will fix your errors automatically. So it will just go through global.css, and the error are coming from VS Code, not recognizing tailwind CSS. Okay, all right, fine. So it is actually asking us to like install these dependencies and then do that, and then it has updated some. So we can install these dependencies and then it will fix our errors. We don't. If you want to do that, just click on terminal and it will just fix our errors. We don't need to do that right now. So if you want to do, simply just copy it from here, and you can just like simply run it here, and it will, as soon as it will install the dependencies, and it will just fix the errors. It still has not, but yeah, I can just ask it again and then it will give me solutions. So yeah, that was the detailed full-fledged tutorial for Cursor for absolutely beginners. And in next video I'll actually go through like a more serious project, and then I'll guide you how you can deploy this project now on a server, and so you can just have a URL and then you can share that URL with your friends and family and with your customers. So yeah, this was it. I will see you in next video, and please do not forget to subscribe. It takes a lot of time and effort to record these videos, and I put a lot of efforts in that. So please do not forget to subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye.